are back here at Traffic in New York City, and I'm with Monte Cahn of Moniker.
Hello, everyone.
Domain registrar. So we're going to talk a little bit about this conference and Moniker's part in it. Now, the big thing, of course, is Thursday's live domain auction. This is the fourth or fifth one of these you've done?
We've actually held 7 auctions altogether. 7 auctions altogether, 5 live auctions at Traffic, and some various other conferences.
Right. So obviously it's a winning formula for you. And reinvigorated, I think it's practically lifting up the domain industry single-handedly.
Yeah, we always felt that domain names were assets, and that's how we got started in the business. I started in 1995 investing in the domain aftermarket, and back then there was no traffic monetization, no search, nothing else that generated any monetary value for domain names other than brand and the future of what a piece of virtual property would provide in terms of an after sale. So establishing values now based off of traffic, revenue generation, searchability, web presence, future brands, commercial value are now establishing themselves in a live auction format, and we're selling names for millions of dollars.
Right. Not during the conference, but because of the conference, the auction, foreign.com ended up selling for what,
$9.5 million, the largest cash transaction in history thus far. And currently working on poker.com, which is going to be almost 3 times that.
Really?
Yeah. So not done deal yet, but working hard at it, and that would establish a new plateau on domain name sale.
Even after the government's action against gambling in the United States, processing credit cards can't be done online for gambling. You still think it'll go for 3 times that?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, the gambling domain names in general, we held our first casino affiliate conference domain auction in Amsterdam in May. And it validated that even in a world like that where the United States has been turned off, domain names not only are valuable, but are actually increasing in value. Poker's not going anywhere, as you know. Now poker's on television, the poker tournaments, the poker tours. It's huge business, not only for the American casinos, but also worldwide. And I think what's happening is that the United States was turned off for a short period of time due to some pressure from the United States-based casino consortium. But as soon as they catch up a little bit, people will be gambling online again in the United States.
Right. Now this auction is also going to be broadcast live by our good friends down at WebmasterRadio.fm, are they not?
Yes. They've broadcasted every one of the live auctions thus far, and that way listeners can come and listen to our version of Domain Masters, which is the radio show that I host every Wednesday, and so we do that on a Thursday this week, and it's going to be the live broadcast of the auction. It starts at 3 o'clock on Thursday the 21st and runs till 6:30. And hopefully we'll have over $10 million worth of domain names change hands.
Excellent. In fact, speaking of the auction, we're going to do one at PubCon in December in Las Vegas, so you're definitely excited about that.
Very excited. We're bringing out the auction into niche markets, and we believe that various markets, such as the adult industry, we do an auction at the Internext, focusing on the adult-specific domain names. Traffic is more of a generic premium domain offering. We're going to the Affiliate Summit to do some of the affiliate-type names, the mortgage, the refinance, the debt consolidation. WebmasterWorld will be focused on some of those names, as well as some of the search engine optimization-type domain names. So we're hitting various industries that are the foundation basis of the Internet, the ones that are treating domain names like assets from the very beginning, building portals, sites, search strategies, traffic buys, keyword purchases all around the domain names, and so those are the types of names we're offering in each of the venues.
Right. Now, last conference, it seemed, last traffic conference, it seemed that .mobi was the hot TLD to have. It was up and coming. What do you think's hot right now? Are we back to .coms again? It sounds like. Or?
Well, .mobi did well in the last auction. It actually did much better in the first time that they got introduced. .mobi did something smart, is that they were able to hold back some of their premium domain names and offer it in a format like this so they can maximize value and also set a new valuation for a new extension, unlike what .info and .biz and some of the other extensions that came out were able to do. We're going to have about 10 .mobi names offered in this particular live auction. There's several more in the silent auction that continues on to the 27th. .com will dominate this particular auction, but there's some really good .net names. There's one very hot .tv name, which is stockmarket.tv. And there's a couple other country code extensions that are single-letter country codes that will be offered that are very rare. and some two-letter domain names, of course, that are very rare as well. But it's a dominated .com auction with very high values. There's over 22 domain names offered in 7 figures or higher. So this is the first time that we've ever put that many high-quality names up in an auction.
You think what'll be the sales rate this time compared to last time?
Last auction, we had an unbelievable sales rate. It was 68% of all the domains presented in the live auction sold in live auction, which we'd never...
Their reserve. And
that met or exceeded their reserve, and that's the only time we do sell, is if a domain name meets or exceeds its reserve price. And that was more than we anticipated, twice as much as we anticipated. So unfortunately, that's good and bad. That's good that we did a great job selecting the right names, making sure the reserve prices were appropriate for those names, and then they drew a lot of interest. On the short side of that was that we never got through the whole list. So we had to push those names into the silent auction, and then the silent auction caught on fire because of that, so it actually ended up good. In this particular auction, because we have such high-value domain names in the mix of the names, I expect a much lower sales rate to occur. However, I expect more dollars to be generated, and as a result, the silent auction will be on fire because many of the names that would normally sell in the live auction in the $5,000 to $50,000 range are now put into the silent auction.
Right.
So there's some great opportunities there and some gold in the silent auction.
But it is New York, and it sounds like there's a little more money in the exhibit hall this time walking around than was out in Vegas last time.
Yeah, and we spent about $175,000 of our own money this time, marketed to the corporations, Madison Avenue, did some very strategic corporate marketing. We had full-page ads in Brand Week, Ad Week, eMedia, also Cranes, and did several interviews with the LA Times, Daily Post, some of the other media vehicles, and there are some agents coming in this time for corporations to buy domain names, which is great. And that was just the start of what's going to be happening with this live domain auction format.
Excellent. What do you think's hot right now in domains? What's the buzz, kind of the undertone of this conference, other than Wall Street's here?
Well, the domain industry in general is very hot due to the fact that direct navigation is proving out to be a very valuable click. So you have search clicks and search traffic, and then you have this direct navigation traffic, which is someone actually typing in a URL into the URL line. When they do that, when a person goes through that behavior and they do that, they kind of know what they're looking for automatically, and there's studies that are coming out now that are showing that those particular customers convert twice as better, twice as much as a general search customer does. So the key is to know how to capture that customer, acquire the customer, and then sell them products and services. So part of that is part pay-per-click landing pages, but really what a lot of people are starting to talk about now is microsite development, hooking up to affiliate networks, building out certain domain names that they can see lots of traffic, lots of conversion through PPC, and really produce content, volume, products and services they can sell.
Recently, Google kind of changed or enforced their TOSs on AdWords and AdSense, dealing with arbitrage, buying and reselling of traffic through AdWords and AdSense. There were a couple of heavy players and domains we heard got hit pretty hard, lost a ton of traffic. And then we were just talking a little bit ago with Joe Caselli, and he thought there might have been a little uptick in his traffic as a result. Some of the ad networks seem to have picked up, like Burst and even DoubleClick saw a bit of an increase because of it. How do you think all this is playing out